I would want just to take this opportunity to honor everyone here present, and we run an organization where we work with care providers, and I'm very interested. After the event, I will talk to the Kwambanas and their team that what magic do they have to have the capacity and ability to call the mayor's office and come to their event. So I would want to thank the mayor's office. We have been running events for the past 4 or 5 years. And the most difficult office to invite is the mayor's office. So it is an honor that you have afforded us the time. And also our big partners who are the local authorities, they are even worse. They want to work with us as care providers, but on issues where such meetings happen, very few local authorities come willingly, unless if they are the Monday to Friday occasions. So we would want to please give a hands and clap to the office of the mayor and the local authority and the representative. Thank you very much. We feel honored. And today I am not here as many heads which you are seeing here. Like what Mrs. Kwambana said, that we are the platinum sponsors of this event under this trade name. The company is called GMT Networks Limited. That's the registered company, but we operate in 7 different companies under that name. One of which is Care Quality Support, which is a healthcare consultant company. We have got the GMT Creative Agency. We do social media, web design, networking, the IT, software engineering, and all those things. And we have the Health and Social Care Providers Network, and many others. And separately, we run a shipping company. But today, I want to honor Wilfred, who approached me with the opportunity to sponsor. When they talked about it, I didn't even think twice. The moment I received the mail and I looked at the package and I said, "Did you find the platinum sponsors?" And he said, "No." Then I said, "Okay, I'll take it." I had not even read what it was, but I knew the cause, because I'm here where I am and what I have talked about. But I started as a carer. On the 20th of March 2020, I landed at Gatwick Airport. Me, my paper bag, because I thought I was going to come here for 6 weeks and go back. Sorry, 2000. Yes, sorry, 20th of March in 2000. I landed at Gatwick Airport. My wife was there and she met me and she asked me why I had such a small bag, because I was working for the government. I was a provincial head for the Natural Resources Board. So by background, I'm an agriculturalist. I'm a crop scientist and I'm a research scientist. That's my first degree. But the rest is history. I'll talk about it. But why I am so passionate, having worked in Zimbabwe for 15 years as an agricultural crop scientist, I came to UK and I went to Sheffield University, I went to Manchester, I went to Liverpool for interviews to do my PhD in crop science. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford 17,000 to have that course. So I thought after 6 months, I'm going back. 6 months down the line, for those who know my history, I don't want to bore you, I couldn't find a job. And my wife told me, "Can you do care work?" And I'm saying, me, from Zimbabwe, I had a Toyota Land Cruiser, which I used to use as a government truck. and I had a Mazda 323, which I used to drive all those government allocated. I had a secretary, and when I was driving out of the province, I had a driver. And I'm looking at myself and I'm saying, me, Kewek. But reality sank. Then, 8 months down the line, I joined a company called Ashcroft Care Service as a carer. Because I had applied every available avenue you can think of to get into the scientific field. Agriculture in Zimbabwe and the UK, totally different. So my skills could not be easily transferable to any jobs available. So the only job available for me was for me to do care work. But when I went into care work, I went into a residential home, learning disability. I got a gentleman into the bath. 1 hour later, one of the members of staff came to me and knocked. And she found me just looking at the men like this. And she said, you haven't finished. It's now time for them to go to the day center. I didn't even know how to shave. I didn't know even how. I did not, because you know, those years, those who came around 2000, there was a lot of asylum seekers and all those, and a lot of lies and a lot of things. So I even wrote on my application that I was looking after my grandfather, of which this generation of carers, most likely some of them, I wouldn't want to talk much about it, they were also looking after their grandfathers. So most of you are me 24 years ago. So why I am here, I want to encourage someone, and I want to thank the organizers of this event, because this is not about business. This is about now showing that when the opportunity comes, sometimes it comes disguised. My young brother here, Gwinyai's brother is my best friend. We were together at school with Gwinyai's brother. So Gwinyai grew up with me. We were going to school together with him for 7 years. He was 2 years behind me. So as we grew up, little did we know, because himself is a trained teacher. And his history is his history. What I'm only telling you here is, as carers, don't see yourself as if it is the lowest paying job. It might be lowest, it might be the baddest at this particular time. But you have got the opportunity and the option to change your destiny. So, as a carer, you are the most important and the most valuable part. 67%, we've got accountants there, Blue Hector, they are also our accountants. So they know the percentage. But from my previous, 67% of company running goes towards the staff. They consume most of. But if you really look at it, carers, 90% of you are not very happy where you are. You think your employer is bad, your employer is not giving you this, so many things. But what I want to tell you, carers, that we value you. We might fail to say it financially due to even what everyone is talking about here, that as organizations, we might not have the capacity to pay you to the level which you expect. But at the same time, we went into a meeting where we were told that we cannot pay you to the level of your problems. So, the level of your problems are more than £12.82 per hour. But that is not why we are here. We are here to recognize that amongst you, there are people who have achieved through thick and thin. There are people who, on weekends, you are off, and someone with 10 minutes to go cancels. The organization knows there is so and so we can call upon. They can go at short notice. They sometimes even go and stay with clients for times which they are not paid for. And sometimes they are not recognized. But the only way we would want to continue is to say, as long as you are focused as a carer, do the best that you can with the time that you are given. The rest would follow you. If I knew 7 months before I had joined care that I should have actually joined the first day I came in, because the opportunities which are in care are still the same 24 years down the line. People with the difficult job are what Beacon Health Services, the training organization, has been talking about. People don't want to read. People don't want to train. So there comes the opportunity. So when I was a carer, my manager got pregnant and went on to maternity leave. But because remember, I had a master's from Zimbabwe, I was very academic. Where I saw a paper, I wanted to take the opportunity. And my managers saw that, she has gone on maternity. Do you want to act? And I said, me? They are senior leaders, they are team leaders, they are shift leaders. And they said, yes, because of the nature of the reports you write. Do you want to act on her behalf? I said, yes. That was on the 19th of July. Within 3 years, I was a registered manager. And I stayed in that company for 14 years because loyalty pays. The job didn't pay. My wife is here. She always asked me, why are you still there? You know you can achieve better. Why are you still there? But one person talked about a boss here. My boss, who some of you might know about him. He's called David Holmes. He made me stay 14 years for his company because of the way he treated me. It wasn't the salary. It was how he treated me as a member of staff. It's a big company with more than 100. He knew every member of staff. Every member. Those years my father was not well, he would come and say, oh, Godfrey, how are you? So how is your dad in Zimbabwe? Oh, this Mugabe, this, you know. He leaves me, he goes and says, oh, the fraud in Nigeria. To another person, he knew everyone. He had good leadership skills. So, I don't talk only to carers. I also talk to company owners. That these people whom we call carers, sometimes we manage them out of our organizations. Because there's a saying which says, employees don't leave work, they leave managers. So we'd want to encourage both sides. Become a faithful, honest, dependable, and patient carers who landed here. 2-3 months, they phone us. Because as you can see, we do a lot of coaching, mentorship, CQC registration, Ofsted. Because they've come from Africa, they are behind time. I'm particularly focusing on those from Africa. They want to leapfrog. They are 3 months here, they don't even know the bus route to their home. They are phoning our office, they want to form a company. We wanted to register a K agent. Do you get me? So part of that as carers, you need to learn to be patient. Learn the systems. When you understand, the next thing, if ever there is anything we are going to take from this presentation, the only thing I need you to know is here. Whichever field, coaching and mentorship. I have 24 years of experience. Unless you want to live the 24 years to know what I know. But I'm not saying come to me for mentorship. I'm just giving you an example. Look for someone in whatever field. If you are into accounts, if you are into whatever, that person has accrued skill and knowledge, which you have not lived. Then you can be coached. You run and learn faster, then that journey becomes shorter. But don't take shortcuts. Don't take shortcuts. Part of what we do, we support organizations. And number one issue is the staff disciplinary issues. And when you look at the issues, it's all issues around staff taking shortcuts. The latest one was when someone went into someone's house because they were this elderly person was very unstable and was taking time. You know, in dom care, you don't have time. So instead of going through all the processes, you know, for some reason, this person took out a knife on the bed, removed. And there was someone who was shadowing. And when the shadowing person went back to office, he said, you know, our rounds were very fast. Do you know, John, everywhere we go, he never, this was someone's first time taking shortcuts, thinking they are going to win. But that on its own, carers, shortcuts is a no-no. Be patient. Find someone and have a vision. I know today I don't have time. I will not be talking about any business because I want to talk to the carers themselves, that we support you, we understand you, but the most important thing you should do is to invest in yourself. So with that in mind, I know I have not prepared this, I don't have a prepared speech myself for today, but with that in mind, I wanted to show you another level of mentorship and coaching. If Mama, I can request you to stand up. And Esther, if you can stand up. This lady came to our event is it Liverpool? In Slough. And registered company, which she was struggling. And I said to her, and I had not talked to Mrs. Kwambana, I said, the lady here has opened a company. She is suffering. She is failing even to prosper. She has no mentorship. So can you please take her on your wings and teach her? This was on the 22nd of November. And her company was on company dormants. When it's on dormants, it's about to be closed. They worked together. I don't want to go into much detail. But I just want to tell you that as we are standing here, because I also mentor her separately, she's now delivering 588 hours from zero. 588 hours in November, on the 22nd of November, you may take seats. From on the 22nd of November, she had zero, almost having cancellation. But because of association, mentorship, coaching, if she had not also come to Slough, maybe she might be wherever she lives. By now, the company would have been closed. So I want you carers, again, you know, while we want you as employees at this moment, I am a practical person. The spirit of running your own business is exciting. Have you ever applied to be off and you were told no? Yes, because you don't have control. You have to do what your employer wants. You have to work certain minimum hours. So you need to have things which motivate you. We are not saying resign today and create your company, because remember we talked of patience. Have that focus. If it is within you, because not everyone is born to be a business person. Some people just are happy with working. Continue doing that. So today, it's your night. I want in advance to congratulate those who are going to receive. But even those who are not going to receive, it's not about competition, because the recognition, you didn't ask for it. We saw you. You sold yourself. Do you understand? So we want to encourage both sides, the employers and the employees, But we don't want it to come again 5 years from now. And we talk to you as a carer still sitting there. No. Maybe you have moved from there to where Esther is sitting. You have formed your own company. And these people who are here, including Gemini, also, I know this is not the usual meet and greet we do, but I'll talk to the people here. I will find someone who is going to start a business or who is struggling to go and on Rufaro there to be a mentor. So find a mentor. Even if you want to be a team leader, look for those who are good at it and learn so that you become good in whatever you are doing. So carers, never ever look down upon yourselves. But the last thing I want to talk about is don't be motivated by money. If money is your motivation in care, you are in the wrong industry. Do the work and money will follow. But that's why there are lawyers here. If they underpay you, you can sue. You can go to TAF and sue the companies. But in those conditions, do your best. Support your employer, because I've had a lot of revocations going on because of carers. Failure to communicate, then they phone the home office, and unfortunately sometimes the supplier, the companies might not be ready, but they are not intending. So again, exercise extreme caution. Communicate with your employer. Find out the challenges. And also sometimes, it's not all about money. Find someone to mediate between you and the company. And in an informal way. You know, I'm just putting it very mildly. It's not as easy as I'm saying. But because I'm talking to carers here, I want you to understand that you have got a duty to make even your own environment. Because if you look at, there is this honey called Mamuka or Mamuka honey from Australia. Do you know why it is so important? With all those healing properties. It's because those bees take the original raw material from certain places. So if you want to be the best of the best, you need to take from the best raw material so that you become the best worker, the best care coordinator, and support your own organization. So, my last word is, like I have told you, I'm someone who likes to read. But reading on its own is not enough. We want to read, write, and live history. Part of what we want to encourage each other again here is there is no limit, there is no law in this country which stops anyone from writing anything in any subject, in any field. But our demise as a society is we've got a lot of information. When our grandfathers die, all their knowledge goes because it's not written anywhere. All of you here, you have gained a lot of experience. I would encourage you to develop that habit of writing. It doesn't matter what subject. It can even be fictional stories, whatever it is. But also as a person, I don't just talk. I talk and then do. And I'm not in the business of selling. For those who follow, I write books, published. I've never sold any. I give. Because I'm not doing this for money. So I've got a book which I'll give to one person here, which I wrote, which is called Small Wins Every Day. This book, it's unlimited ways you can transform yourself in life. It's a summary of my book. You can find it, it's on Amazon, but I am giving it away. This book is about transforming your mind. And it will be given to carers, because it's a carers night. The best way I can do that is to give to Anna Kwambana, who would know the appropriate person to give. That's the fairest way. And that person should be in this room. And then I will sign it. Whoever the person is, whether you want to raffle it, it's up to you. Then lastly, yes, okay. Lastly, I know MC, time is gone. Lastly, because I was coached by a man called David Holmes, who made me understand. So I've written a book which is called The Leadership Mindset. This is about how to lead to success. I wrote this book with my fellow director here, Mate, if you can stand up for those who don't know. Wilson Mate, he's a co-director in our company. This book is aimed at CQC and Ofsted registered organization. And I think if Esther, if you didn't get a copy last time, I think you will get one from here. And the other one, this is for companies because it's all about how to lead an organization to achieve outstanding. So I'm looking for those who are still starting. We are not talking of the grown and consumed. Yes. No, this one, this is for open people who are all, I have got 1 or 2 copies. I will give you the other copy. Okay. So I will sign these copies at the end. So, yeah, those books, they are there for, if you go on Amazon, you know, you can put a book on Amazon and sell it for £2. Yes, because I'm not a commercial author. You can go on the link there. I think it's at £4.99 or something. Because the publisher even wanted to put it 16, 17 pounds. I said, no, because it's information, we want it to go to people. And lastly, we want to thank the organizers. There are people who run behind the scene whom we don't see, producing those programs, coordinating, promotion, and next time I'm hoping more organizations will be coordinated and co-opted here, and we would celebrate, and we want to keep on promoting carers, and because other people, I think we were approached because we also run our own dom care called Candela Healthcare. My wife runs that, but we don't have carers. We couldn't nominate any because we were short-staffed. We don't have the staff. So there was no one who could come. We could do, but managers are here. That's why I'm saying to afford all those people to come just to sit. There are shifts which have not been covered. There are sacrifices which have been made. So thank you so much for your work. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you so much, Baba. And I wish everyone well. For those who are going to be traveling, however you are going to be traveling, travel well. We are here. We are staying after the event. We'll be here mixing with people, coordinating, talking, because this is the only time which we have. Thank you.